So I recently watched a new Atla live action series that came out, and I must say, I was impressed. I actually enjoyed it story wise, the characters, the plot points. It was good. But then I rewatched the original animation, and suddenly the bar rose significantly. Because you have to understand, Avatar The Last Airbender was a masterpiece ahead of its time. I truly believe that if it was made today, it would blow up at least twice the popularity it had back in 2005. But I digress. The fact that none of the remakes or even the new avatars have reached even a fraction of the fame of the original goes to show that putting Avatar on the big screen is no easy feat. But I believe there are a few key factors keeping these adaptations forever stuck in the shadow of the original. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's just get the movie out of the way. I'm not even going to get into it. We all know what I'm talking about. How did that even get made? How do you take a near perfect blueprint and go full Miles Morales and say, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing? If I were the creator of Atla, I would go on a generational crash out, and I would be justified. Anyways, that's too much talk about that disgrace. Moving on. Now let's talk about the first ever made, never done before, live action version of Avatar The Last Airbender, the Netflix adaptation. If you haven't watched it, or if this is your first time hearing about it, I don't blame you. The show came out last year, but I only just remembered that it existed, which honestly says a lot. Sure, the series got greenlit for a second and even a third season, but I haven't seen or heard anything about it. Not on YouTube, not on TikTok, or even Instagram. And those apps are where everyone gets updated on everything nowadays. So here's why I think I haven't heard about it until now. Because in my opinion, it was a cash grab, riding on the nostalgia of the original show. Now don't get me wrong, it was well made. I had a great time watching it. I loved the character designs, the environment. It really captured the aesthetic beautifully. It was a good series, but it lacked the essence of Avatar. For one, Aang was way too goal-focused for a kid who was supposedly running away from his duties to be the Avatar. Yes, they had the actor say Aang loves to play and mess about, but we never actually see him do it. Yes, sure, the original show had a serious undertone, but it was also light-hearted, fun, and whimsical, which in my opinion was where this show lacked the most. It took itself way too seriously, and while it wasn't done haphazardly, the pacing was so fast that a lot of the character development and light-hearted moments got lost. For example, in the original show, when Team Avatar goes to Amashu for the second time, Season 2, Episode 2, they go for the secret tunnels with the wacky singing people. I don't remember their names. That episode was hilarious, charming, and Aang and Katara had a sweet moment. In the live action, however, not only is the plot point completely changed, the singing group doesn't follow them, and Aang and Katara don't have their moment. Maybe they'll meet the singing group later in the season, but I don't know if they'll be able to pull it off as they have already done the scene. Another thing that this show lacked in my opinion was the comedy. Now of course the original show was animated and animation lent itself to exaggeration and physical comedy, but that's not the only way to make comedy work, and sadly in the live action the humor felt forced and unnatural. That said, I actually liked some of the changes. For example, I really enjoyed the added scenes of Aang speaking with past avatars. That was a nice touch. Overall, the Netflix live action was good, but I expected more. The best thing it did, it made me rewatch the original series for the third time, and I can't complain about that. Who knows, maybe the second season will improve. And now the show that introduced us to the most hated avatar the franchise have ever seen, The Legend of Korra. Now Korra, in my opinion, was actually a decent show. I think the main problem was the power scaling. Korra was already a fully realized avatar by the time we met her, yet somehow she was way weaker than she should have been. But I don't think it flopped because she was a woman. One of the best shows I've seen recently, Blue Eye Samurai, which I really need to make a video on because it's also has a female lead. The way I see it, Legend of Korra was basically the opposite of Avatar The Last Airbender. In Atla, you had a kid learning to become the Avatar, mastering all 4 elements and ending a century-long war. In Korra, you had an already powerful Avatar who had to figure out how to be herself. To break it down even further, Aang was learning to embrace his destiny. Korra was learning to embrace her individuality. To be honest, I don't even think the shorters know what they were doing with this one. But honestly, the show handled that really well. It also did a great job showing how the world progressed after the 100-Year War, and tackled some really deep topics like finding your place in a world that no longer needs you. It just lacked the rewatchability factor of the original. And let's not forget, Korra permanently severed her connection to all previous avatars, so now the next avatar can only talk to her for advice, and if I were the next avatar, I'd be pissed. And some of my final thoughts on this: the original Avatar, The Last Airbender, set the bar so high that nothing, not the movie, not the live action, not even Korra, has managed to reach it. But each adaptation brought something valuable to the table. The Netflix series was well crafted but lacked soul. Korra was thoughtful but lacked charm. And the movie, well, the less said about that, the better. And in the end, nothing beats rewatching the original masterpiece. And maybe that's okay. Don't aim for perfection, imperfectly strive for progress.